Hello everyone, my squad, my name is Ian and I am back. So today we got an update and we have 4 news. First of all, VIP upgrade quests. Normal VIP upgrade quests which I won't really use but it's up because I don't buy VIP, but upgrade medals, chip and dales, kill quests, and that's it. No more sit quests for them because those are for everyone. Now, we also got the deluxe party ranking rewards. So now this week they are giving away magic gems and the charmed Taurus, which gives a raid boss Omega perk plus 10. And if you can get the gold crown, silver crown, and bronze crown of Taurus. And this is just so how you can see the ranking rewards in game. Now we also have the raid event and union cross ranking. This lasts up until the end of this week, April 30th, and this earns jewels for the entire union. So we can defeat the Circus Crab raid boss to get Kingdom Hearts 3D Solar, party hat, and funny glasses. I thought this meant that we are getting the Kingdom Hearts 3D Solar and Rico medal, but still not yet. Not yet. Soon. Now, here is the double raid time, and here's how the jewels work. The first union, let's suppose it is Vulpes, because it's always Vulpes. Is it Vulpes or Vulpes? Or Vulpes, sorry. I'll say Vulpes. So, if Vulpes is the first, I'm going to base this off the rankings that we usually get. So, Vulpes is normally first. Every single party gets 1000 jewels. Second ranked is usually Anguis. Then they get 600. Third is Leopardos, which I'm in, so 500 for every single one Leopardos. Fourth one is Ursus, so 400 for them. And last one, Unicornis, which is 300 jewels. I believe that's normally how it works in NA. And this is really good. It's the same thing as in Japan. But I believe Japan was like people were complaining that Japan got jewels permanently. I don't know if this is permanent, but if this is, it's a welcome addition because it's even more jewels than what JP gets. So yeah, you can search it up, I'm not gonna put it here. And here's the thing that every single free-to-play player was discussing about. The VIP Magic Broom quest. So when you buy the VIP, you can get the Magic Broom medals by completing the quests. So let's see, you get 1 magic broom per day, so 7 magic brooms per week. Now remember, you need 5 magic brooms so you can get 1 Fantasia Mickey B. So in 1 week of VIP you can only get 1 Fantasia Mickey B. This is something important to discuss right now. So while I discuss it, I'm going to be showing you guys a Circus Crab and a luck setup that I've already done. So let's talk about this. Now, people were upset. Even most free-to-play players were like, "Oh, this is unfair" and whatnot. Personally, I was kind of hoping they wouldn't do this, but when I saw it today, I was like, well, they did it, and it makes sense why. NA is going to introduce brooms slowly, very slowly into the game. First of all is the upgrade quests, then when the month ends they will add them in Colosseum, then little by little they will add them in multiple premium boards, high score challenges. They will be adding the brooms little by little, so free-to-play players will have a chance to get brooms. This is something important. It's not just because the first week of the brooms, that when the brooms got added, that they are going to make 10 million ways of you getting them. It's not going to happen. They will introduce them little by little, so players can start to get accustomed to the way that brooms work. So this is mostly what I think. Now, don't fret on high score challenges. If you rank top 5000, I believe you get 1 Fantasia Mickey B. In premium bars, I believe they vary from 2 to 3, along with the gem of that board and whatnot. Let's see. The the Colosseum offers brooms on the boards on tier 10 and 11 boards, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's on those. On, let's see. I already told about hardcore challenges, Colosseum already told. I believe some tier rewards also offer you European brooms. There also from time to time they'll be like, hey, if you complete Proud Plus, if you complete every single Proud quest, story Proud quest that there is right now, you will get Mickey brooms. They do that from time to time in JP, and they'll do that from time to time in NA, because NA is trying to follow in on JP's footsteps. So they are adding brooms, guys, but just because this is the first day that you can get the brooms medal in the game for NA, this doesn't mean that they will make it for everyone. I know it sucks, I know it's bad. Myself being a free-to-play player thinks that this sucks a lot, but I kind of see why they did it, and I know that there are the ways that we'll be able to get them. Multiplayer boards also have brooms in Japan. Probably on the next Union Cross update of the multiplayer, they'll probably add the brooms into the multiplayer boards. So don't be angry because this is VIP only for now. But keep in mind, this is important. Even free-to-play players in Japan have trouble getting brooms. Like, they don't get that much brooms at all. If you consider just a normal week with no VIP, no, they already done the Colosseum, no high score challenges, you only get at max one broom. All Japan, the godlike, everyone's equal, everything's better version. So keep in mind that Japan has the same issue with players, free-to-play players. It's just that we don't see them because, well, they don't really do videos on YouTube. Even the JP players that I see on YouTube, they mostly are pay to play, not pay to win. So yeah, it's kind of hard to know how JP free-to-play players work. I know a lot of people say that it's much better than NA, but it's because NA is still in the development of trying to get of being JP. NA is trying its hardest to be JP, and while I think that's kind of a good idea, I kind of lost my point there. Let me think of how to phrase this. While I think that would be more beneficial to the players, I'm not sure if NA should follow in every single footstep of JP. Like, I'm not sure if they should really do that, because they are different versions. There are differences between the way that people think on these two countries. I'm not really sure why to get here. I think I have to say something, but I don't know. Is it? Let me think. I don't know if you already got it. If you have already understood what I meant, then congrats, you understand a weird 15 boy that is trying to sound cool but isn't cool at all. This is not going to be something that is just gonna be like, boom, everyone's got 500 brooms here. You can have a whole stack of Fantasia Mickey Bees, guilt all your medals. No, they're not gonna be like that. It's a slow process. I just find it how people and they for doing stuff the way they do, and I see why they do it. Am I really the only one that sees why they do it? Like, I find it really weird, the hate that NA gets for being NA, it seems. I think it has become more of a stereotype than actual criticism. Because if you stop and compare NA to Japan, it has its big differences. But they're starting to become less relevant, I think. each version has its own purpose. And for now, NAs is still to make money, and while that does suck, it's what they do. They people. I was in Yatol's live stream today, chatting. I was suddenly as the chat, I felt a sudden need to. Why do you guys like NA? And a lot of people were just like, "Oh, NA is bad and whatnot." Then I saw a guy that said that he puts everything behind a giant paywall. I saw another one that said that NA just has the VIP brooms quest, and it doesn't have any free to play way of getting brooms. Like, sincerely, if this was like a podcast that was having live with these guys, there would be counter arguments for every single argument they did. So I think that people do hate them with some reason, but they don't really know what the full reason is. They just go along with a group. And that's what one of the things that I don't like about certain groups. Like, I just, you know, when people are taken, like, when, let's suppose one person states something and then everyone else follows on that boat without even questioning it. I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like the way this works. I always try to see the opinions. I respect them, but I have my own, which are exclusively my own. You don't need to follow them if you don't want to. And, well, if I see that your opinion is not based on anything, I am going to point it out. All opinions have to be based off something, because you can't just go say, "Oh, NA is bad" without even playing NA. That's just not correct. You don't actually. I think that you don't have the right to tell that because you haven't experienced it yourself. That's why I don't put my opinion on. Well, I have an opinion, but I shouldn't really have an opinion of Japan. Why? Because I never played it, and I saw a lot of videos. I kind of understand how it works, but I don't know what it's like to be a true free-to-play player in Japan, because I don't play Japan. If I played it, then I could point out all the differences between NA and JP. But since I don't, I can only talk from NA's point of view and defend it. And I try to defend it because everyone seems to want to hate on it. And I don't think that's right. Because, sure, Square Enix is a multi-million-dollar company worldwide, blah 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 blah. But can you imagine, like, let's just imagine you are one of the folks at Square, and you're like, I have this amazing idea for a for a mobile Kingdom Hearts game. They're like, cool, so what's your idea? Then you tell them, they approve it, blah blah blah, you go through the process, you release the game, you're happy. Then you see that on Japan it's going well, and on NA you have to make some differences to make more money because the Japan version doesn't give as much. Okay? Following me? Good. Now, you don't necessarily like these changes, but you had to make them. And then suddenly people start hating your version for these changes you did. How would you feel? So there are two alternatives here. A, ignore them. Just completely ignore them and don't contact them because you don't want to. B, you'll be sad or broken down. I mean, that can happen. I actually saw a case of a guy that read comments on his game and he started crying for 2 days of how mean the comments were. So either you make changes or you don't. And do you guys honestly think that with a fan base on quotes, because I'm not really sure if it's a fan base, the people at NA will listen to their fan base when all they give is hate and not criticism? I wouldn't. Like, if I was the developer, I wouldn't listen. Just because there's no criticism, and that's the main problem I see. So yeah, guys, this ended up more becoming of a let's talk on why I think the brooms on VIP is not bad. So yeah. My point of view. If you'd like, I could make another video on it, like a scripted video. Because if I stop and think about it, I can point out every single thing on a list to make it much easier for you guys to understand. If you already understood it, how I said right now, then thank you for at least listening to me for 5 minutes. So yeah, guys, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have a good, and I hope you're not really angry about the brooms thing. Tomorrow we'll get a new Epic Metal Carnival. We'll be getting a new high score challenge. And also, if we do get a high score challenge, it's probably going to be Mickey and Minnie. I found Axel sent me a link to some data mines which were saying that Mickey and Minnie are going to be on the game. So yeah. Thank you everybody so much for watching, guys. Have a good day.